Hey guys, welcome to the Parrott Bros. Today we're going to be doing a video on rear lights. Now, this is actually a bigger topic than I expected. So we're going to be covering some of the basics, what's available, stock and aftermarket, some of the mods you can do to the stock, and also how to get them back to their best, because on some of the older lights, it looks like there was a clear sticker on it which has gone cloudy, and we'll discuss how to get rid of that as well. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump into the intro. Okay, so you've got your stock rear lights, and they've got that sort of cloudy circle, like in this picture, and you want to get rid of it. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it, and it all depends on how bad it is. Now, if it's not too bad, you could probably hit it with a little bit of an abrasive cutting compound, like 3M, G3, there's Fast Cut by Freckler, 3M, all the other, there's hundreds of companies out there, but you just want to get on a polishing machine, or you can buy one of them like headlight restoration kits, that kind of scenario. Or you may need to sand it as well. Now, if you watch like headlight restoration videos, you can hit it with, depending on how bad it is, sort of 1,000 to 1,500 wet and dry. And you just want to sand away the roughness, get it smooth again, and then you can polish it back up again. So both, you can try polishing it first. You've got nothing to lose. It saves sanding it. But if that doesn't hit it, you can sand it, and that'll get rid of that horrible sort of sticker-like. I'm not sure what it was or what it is, but it was on mine. I'll flag up a picture of mine before and after. And all I did was hit it with a bit of 1,000, bit of 1,500, bit of 2,000, and then I polished it back up to a shine, and then I coated it in a 2K lacquer just to keep it good for the future. And it's really worked really well. Looks good. Looks back to stock. You wouldn't question it. Now, if that doesn't work, you can buy a new rear light or new rear lights, depending on if it's one or two. They come up second-hand, reasonably cheap from breakers. Just get them to send you some pictures of them, make sure that they are sweet first. They're about 30 or 40 quid. Sometimes you can get 40 or 50 pound for a pair if you're lucky. So it's always worth doing. Also, when you take them out, removing them is easy. There's 3 little sort of twist plastic screws. You just have to open the boot, pop the little side trims out, and just put your hand in, and you undo the screws and they come out. Try not to drop the screws because they can vanish on you. Not that I've done it before. Yeah, and then it's just a clip which has a prong on either side. So you need sort of 2 little flatheads. Just slide them in, pop them out, and it just pulls out. 5-minute job. You don't need to take the bumper off or anything like that. Now, so staying with stock, you can do what is known as a Euro mod, and that is because their reverse light is on the other side. So you can do one of 2 things. You can either, to make it symmetrical, you can either get their light that doesn't have a brake light and swap it for yours, so you have 2 without the brake light, without the reverse light. So you have both lights without a reverse light. Or you can do what most people do, is get the one on yours that doesn't have a reverse light and buy that. So you have a reverse light on either side. Now, the great thing about this is it will require obviously some wiring, but you can do a few little symmetrical mods. Now, you can make it so that you can have both, you can have a double brake light, a double reverse light, and a double fog light. Now, I'll put a link in the description to take you to Wax website. He's done a great little write-up on how to make that happen. Euro lights, I'll try and find the part number and I'll put them down in the description as well for the Euro ones. But normally you can either try and look for it on Facebook or put a post up for looking for one, or jump on like the German eBay and then you can get one delivered. They're not massively expensive second-hand. If you're buying new, obviously expect to pay a few quid more. So that's for a double brake light, double reverse light, and a double fog light, which is a nice little touch. Now, let's talk about another addition, which I might look to do in the future, and that is the old sweeping indicators. Now, what you can do, and I have seen it done a few times, especially on the Facebook. If you're not on the Facebook group, guys, Mark 1 TT Forum and Community, brilliant page, 19-odd thousand members, so a big community and loads of information on there. Quite a few people have actually taken out the rear trim where there's like an orange reflector, and they've built something, and on eBay for a tenner, literally a tenner, so nice cheap one, you can buy a LED strip which does sweeping, so it'll do white light and it'll do orange. Obviously you don't have to use the white, you can just have it as orange, or you can have it as like a permanent sort of red light, as if like a normal tail light, and that gives you that nice sweeping effect. It's LED, so it's nice and smooth, so it'll, like the old loading light, so it will come on and then it will work its way to the edge and then cycle back again. It's only 3 wires. It's not the hardest job to do, but it is something I'm going to look into. I haven't seen any really great guides on how to fit them, but there is some information, like I said, on the page on Facebook on how people have done them, and it's just quite a nice little touch. It sort of modernizes it a little bit, sort of an OEM plus, brings it into the future, but it does require some modifications. You might want to get a second pair of lights to have a go at that. Moving on, we've got, again with the stock lights, you can do tinting. Now, I have done this in the past. Go back to the early 2000s, you could put tights over your lights. That's what we used to do. Bad, I know. But now you can buy tinting spray and film. Now, the films you can buy, like window tint, they go from a really light smoke right up to jet black. Same with the paint. Obviously, there's like almost like a glass paint, like it's sort of film, so it goes, the more you spray, the darker it gets. Now, legalities wise, as long as your lights are visible enough for safety purposes, then you'll probably not see too much trouble, but you also need to have a rear reflector on your car. That is the law, I believe. Because some of these smoke lights, when they sell them with reflectors you have to stick on. So do bear that in mind. But I'll throw up some pictures now of a selection of sort of from light smoke to a jet black. And they do suit some cars. I'm more of a purist. I quite like the stock looking lights. But there is the options available. Aftermarket wise, now, I found 3 or 4 different types. Now, you've got my favourite, which is the good old silver Lexus lights. Not for everyone, not for me really, but I must admit I do like seeing them, because back in the day they were the thing. That and that frosted clear ones, you remember them? Nice. But yeah, so you've got your normal Lexus lights, which is like a silver backing with all the coloured lights. You've got black Lexus, which is quite a popular option. So instead of having a chrome backing, it's black, clear cover, and then you've obviously got your red and your oranges. And I'll pop some pictures up as I'm talking about these. And they're like Marmite. You either like them or you hate them. I quite like them. Wouldn't have them on my car personally, but I think they do look quite good. And other aftermarket ones I've found is 2. There's some on eBay which they class as just LED rear lights, which are kind of like a Mark II-y looking. So when they're lit, they have that sort of square redness about it, which is sort of like the Mark II. And there's something called Spec-D rear lights. Now, I didn't actually manage to find too many available with the old Spec-D, mainly because they're from America. But I'll put the links down in the description to everything I've found. And that's kind of it. Now, be aware, when you're buying aftermarket lights, you may need to buy better bulbs, and if they're LED, check that they're really good quality first, because they might not be that bright. And the last thing you want to do is fit a set of lights and either try and get an MOT and they say that they're not bright enough, because they're like dual LED, so when your tail light's on, they're red, and then when you brake, it's not bright enough to notice the difference. And the other thing is, you don't want to get in an accident. That's the last thing you want to do. So do bear that in mind. Maybe do some research, find some people that said they've got them. Obviously, I've popped some pictures in here so you can kind of see what they're like in daytime and nighttime. And yeah, that's pretty much rear lights. Now, what I'd like to do, guys, is tell me what you think. What is your best? Do you prefer stock, the Euro, with the sweeping indicators, the aftermarket stuff? Let me know. I'm always interested. And just to let you know, we're going to be doing some competitions. I'm going to be doing one a month. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm either going to be buying the stuff myself, a prize between, say, £20 and £50, or I'm going to speak to some companies and see if they'll donate them to the channel to give back to some of you guys, for all my subscribers. And all I'm going to ask is, we'll start from January. The first video of the month, I'll obviously put the information in the video, but the first video of the month, if you comment on the video, I'll do a draw at the end of the month. On the last video of the month, I'll give out a prize to whoever is picked from the winners of all the comments in the first video of the month. So, to win a prize, first video of the month on a Sunday, first Sunday of the month video, pop a comment on the video. Obviously, be great if you watch the video as well. But yeah, pop a comment in the video, and then on the last Sunday of the month, I'll do one of them automatic random generators where it picks someone to win the prize. And we'll try and do that every single month. We'll also throw in a keyring and some Parrott Bros stickers, like this good stuff here. If you haven't already got yours and you want some, I'll put the details down in the description. And what I'm going to do now is jump to a generator, because I've been asked by a guy called Patrick. If you're on Instagram, you'll know him as VexTT, V3XTT. And he had a steering wheel which he wanted to give away. So we'll jump to that now and we'll give it away. Okay guys, so for this competition, I thought the fairest way to do it would be to use this picker wheel. Now, this is just something I found on Google, and seeing as we're raffling off a steering wheel, it made sense to use a picker wheel. So what I wanted to do is just set it up whilst you're all watching, so you know that I've not rigged it or anything. So if you look, I don't know how well it will focus in on this. So there's 62 applicants, so we'll zoom in there. Look. Oh, try and use a phone and a camera at the same time. There you go. So 62 applicants. So we'll set 1 to 62, and just to make it fair, we'll shuffle them all around so you can see there all the numbers are differently allocated on there. And we'll give her a spin. So Patrick's going to send out the wheel to whoever is the lucky winner. We've also thrown in some Parrott Bros keyring. You can't see that because of the light. And a couple of decals as well. So good luck, and here we go. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Number 25, you are the winner. So let's have a quick look. So number 25 is Matt Fredrickson from Facebook. I'll show you that. Where's it gone? Number 25. Yeah, that Matt Fredrickson from Facebook. So congratulations, mate. You have won the steering wheel. Now, I thought this was a great idea. This steering wheel was being given away because Patrick had a new one, and in the gift of, or sort of in the community spirit of the TT club, because everyone's so great, he wanted to give it away rather than selling it, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, guys, so that's great. Someone's won a steering wheel. Nice. And then in January, we'll be giving some prizes away as the Parrott Bros. So do keep an eye out for that. And guys, thanks for watching. Again, that's been another video from the Parrott Bros. Bye for now.